Ferrari's Big Five. The 288 GTO with its 400 horsepower and a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.9 seconds was the ultimate supercar back in 1984. Only 272 units were made. A certain Mr. Pagani, who worked for another brand, once said that inspired by Ferrari, they too should study carbon fiber and other materials more closely. They didn't listen. Ferrari F40. A total of 1,311 were built, with over 470 horsepower and a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour time of just 3.8 seconds. It was the first Ferrari to reach 200 miles per hour, and the last car signed off by Enzo Ferrari himself. They were so focused on making the car as light as possible that even the red paint was applied in a thinner layer. The interior was more poorly equipped than the average Eastern Bloc car. Still, car lovers often say this is the greatest supercar of all time, the F50. A car with possibly the hardest job in automotive history to surpass its legendary predecessor. With 512 horsepower, it hits 0 to 100 in 3.6 seconds. Journalists weren't allowed to test it, not because of conspiracy theories, but most likely because all 349 units were already sold in advance. More and more enthusiasts today appreciate it far more than when it first came out. The Enzo Ferrari. If you can think of a better name for a car, let me know. 660 horsepower, from 0 to 100 in a then terrifying 3.1 seconds. Only 399 were made, and like with the F50, all were sold in advance. Ferrari handpicked almost all the buyers and offered them this new model. No one said no. LaFerrari. If you name a car after the brand itself, it better be something special. Produced in 499 units, this hybrid puts out 963 horsepower, with both the electric and combustion engines working together at all times. They cannot be separated. It accelerates from 0 to 100 in just 2.4 seconds. The Aperta version is the rarest. Only 210 were made. It came at a time when rivals launched the 918 and the P1. Together, they form a special trio worthy of their own video. The Big Five have something in common. They behave like the two engines in the LaFerrari. People who own one of these 5 cars almost always end up collecting the other 4. And it's easy to see why.